Hello and welcome back to Pixel Street Videos. If you did not know, me and Will are playing through every Halo game leading up to Halo Infinite. So this is our Countdown to Infinite series. We're not playing Spartan Assault or the other one. I don't know what it's called. Um, so fuck all that. But we are very late on doing a review of Halo Combat Evolved, but that's just because, life happens.
Yeah.
But we're here now to talk for a solid 10 to 15-ish minutes about Halo Combat Evolved.
Yeah.
Will, give
The
us a story synopsis, start to end, in like 3 minutes.
3 minutes. Okay. Pressure's on. All right. So you're on the Pillar of Autumn. We just escaped Reach. Jumped randomly into hyperspace or slip space. Sorry. Came out. Boom. Halo. We're being attacked. We're being boarded. We have to crash land on Halo, and we have no clue what's going on. First mission or first official mission, the mission Halo. You've got to go regroup with all of your Marine buddies from the life pods and save Captain Keyes. Basically, the first half of the game is, or first third of the game is regrouping and finding out where the hell we are. What is this ring world that we just landed on? Find out the map, find out where we're going, find out why the Covenant are so interested in this technology. Like who made it? Where did it come from? How long has it been here? Finding out where the control room is. About halfway through the game, Assault on the Control Room, probably one of the most favorite levels of all time. Um, at least in my opinion. I love those first few levels, but my all-time favorite is going to be Assault on the Control Room. You get the tank, you get just so many different vehicles, and it's just a huge level. And then in classic Bungie fashion, you have to play through a lot of these levels backwards later on.
Yep.
It's just reused play spaces. But anyway, you find the control room, you plug in Cortana. She all of a sudden just starts getting flooded with information about what this place is and finding out the Forerunners made it. It's ancient, it's been here forever. And all of this information, she just can't decipher it fast enough and just immediately finds out, oh my God, something's wrong with the captain. We need to go save the captain. Doesn't give Chief anything, just tells him to go find him. No
Yeah.
context whatsoever.
Where is
They
he?
drop,
Go
where
find
is
him.
this guy? Then the biggest twist in video game history. Oh my gosh, this isn't just, humans
I don't
versus
I don't know if this
aliens.
is the biggest twist in video game history.
Okay,
I don't know about that,
at
Will.
the time, 2001, it was the biggest twist in gaming history. Things
All
have
right.
things have been a little twistier since then. Introduce the flood. The whole reason the Halo array was built to kill off all sentient life, anything that the flood can feast upon. Now our agenda has changed. Guilty Spark, the monitor of Installation 4, Halo, tells us we need to go get the index to activate Halo without telling us that it's going to kill us. Get back to the control room for gosh, I'm trying to like sum this up so damn fast. I feel like I'm skipping over so much shit. We get back to the control room. Cortana's like, "What the hell are you doing? Why are you going to, kill everything in the galaxy?" Then, you know, big conflict. We got to destroy Halo, stop Guilty Spark from firing it. And that's more or less the game. We blow up Halo, we escape, and it's just Cortana and Chief, and then somehow Sergeant Johnson survives, and they never really
Yeah.
go into that. Although I think they do touch on it in the books just a little bit,
Oh, really?
but it's just like a very vague synopsis. Like this is how he escaped there right at the end, even though him and the Elite were hugging on the legendary ending.
Yeah. Yeah, what was that? I never
It's
seen that before this. I must have never played through that
really
game on Legendary, yeah.
I mean, typical Bungie stuff. They throw things in as little Easter eggs and just things just to be fun. And I mean, they at the time they didn't know this game was going to be as huge as it was, so they just why not? Sergeant Johnson, the dude, the man who's just yelling at all the Marines. Let's just have him hug an elite and have have the elite grab his ass.
Yeah. So I mean that's a great synopsis of the story. I think you missed the part where we die a lot. I think you missed all
Yeah,
those parts.
yeah. Rocket flood. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, Rocket
Second
Flood.
second bane of my existence. First bane's jackal snipers from Halo 2.
Yes, the Jackal Sniper, and we'll talk about that when we review
Yeah.
Halo 2 because that God, I don't even want to think about having to go back to that game, but Regardless, look for that in the future.
Yes.
Yeah, the story, I think it's an alright story. Like, it's nothing to write home about. It's definitely a good story to like launch a franchise.
Yes,
I
it
think
is
the
a good.
Halo I was gonna say I think the Halo ring in general is like
Mm,
such like it's such a cool idea for them to have thought
mhm,
of at the time. Like, oh yeah, this is a planet, but it's like, no wait, this is a fucking mass murdering weapon.
mhm.
Like
And
this is gonna wipe
Bungie
existence.
pulled so much inspiration for not only their art design, but like the aesthetic of the Halo ring. There's actually I don't know if it was a novel or graphic novel or something, but they actually talked about a ring world. I'm gonna have to look this up later because they pulled direct inspiration from that and from Alien. There's a lot of architecture that they actually pulled straight from the movie Alien.
That's
Um,
interesting.
yeah. So if you ever go back and watch Alien, just look at some of like the Alien uh, structures. They look dead like Halo 1 esque architecture. It's
Yeah,
kind of creepy, but they pulled a lot of inspiration from really well known franchises and brought together the best parts of them, in my opinion.
yeah. Let's talk about weapons. The Halo
Yes.
1 Magnum is second to none when it comes to pistols in the Halo series.
And it
It's
almost
very good.
wasn't as powerful as it was. That was actually a last minute decision, and they did it for multiplayer purposes. Oddly enough, they felt
Hmm.
the Magnum itself was just so underpowered that they felt like nobody was going to use it. So one guy just went in and just upped the slider to extreme, and it stayed. It stayed the game, and
Hey,
then now
that
it is the mainstay. Like everybody's asking for that powerful of a pistol ever since 20 years
yeah.
later.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Assault rifle, classic in that
Mhm.
game. Very inaccurate. Very
Oh yeah,
inaccurate. What else you
and
got?
yeah,
The
a
shotgun.
Oh yeah,
Shotguns are a must in this game with all the flood.
yes. Yes, the shotgun ever since that game has also been they've been reducing the distance its usefulness has. In Halo 1, it was almost rifle level like you could shoot the flood at ridiculous distances with that thing and they would go
Yeah,
down.
yeah, and then you also have, of course, the rocket launcher.
Yep. Yes.
Um,
Don't remind me of that one.
and then the sniper, and that's
Mhm.
everything on UNSC side, right?
Yep.
Or am I missing any? I think that's it. There weren't
Yeah,
many
it
in the
was a
first
very
one.
simplistic sandbox, but it was a very well utilized sandbox. A lot of interesting things and mechanics they put in with each of the weapons, even the Covenant weapons.
Yeah. So,
Covenant really didn't have much either. It was a
yeah,
very
tell us the
simplistic
Covenant
body.
ones.
So we got the plasma pistol with absolutely no cap on how quickly you can shoot that thing.
Yeah,
If
you just
if you can pull the trigger at the like just slap shot the hell out of that thing. The plasma rifle, basically the Covenant equivalent of the assault rifle. We've got the Needler, which is in Halo 1 almost useless. It did come in
Yes.
handy with the sword elites. Because all
Yeah.
they do is they just rush right at you, and if you can just
Yeah.
spam them with a bunch of heals.
If anything, it helps you see them.
Yes, that too, because 90% invisible.
Yeah, the invisibility in this game is insane.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
who thought that was a good idea? Like, all right, it's invisibility, but it's fully invisible.
Like you cannot see them at all. Maybe a shimmer if you're within like a foot.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. The fuel rod, but I mean technically that wasn't used in single player. They only brought that in for the PC port. Uh, I think a couple years after the game released. Um,
What about the sniper? Was the sniper usable in this? Was the
mhm.
Covenant sniper in this game?
Oh no, there was no Covenant sniper.
Hmm.
No Covenant sniper. The energy sword was not used. Um, I feel like we're forgetting something. We're gonna come back and watch this later, and we're gonna be like, "Oh, guys, you're idiots. Why are you forgetting something?" But we've got plasma
Yeah.
pistol, plasma rifle, needler. They have their fuel rods, and obviously the hunters have fuel rods on their arms. The energy swords, you can't use them. Um,
I think that's it.
I think, yeah, maybe.
Huh.
If if
Um,
if if you haven't noticed, this is like 3 or 4 weeks after we actually played Halo 1. And so
yeah.
we're a little short on our memory right now. We actually started Halo 2 already.
Yeah,
But
we
yeah,
did.
so
I don't know.
let's talk our struggles. What would you say was the most painful of our playthrough that you can remember?
Probably the teleporting. That's the most annoying for sure.
Yeah.
Like if you're like you could literally be a foot ahead of me, and if you hit that teleport point, it just spawns me. And
Bam.
sometimes, but sometimes it spawns me facing the other way. So then I'll
Mhm,
start. I'll just keep because I'm holding my thumb forward, right, to keep running
mhm.
forward, and then it teleports you back to me, and then you're like, oh shit, wait, what's happening?
Right.
And then we're just like, which way do we go? I don't know. I'll just go this way and hope it's right.
That is one thing I did like about the anniversary edition is they did put those arrows on the ground a little bit more
Yes.
vividly, so you can just look down and be like, okay, we are supposed to go that way.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
teleporting was only useful once, and that was on two betrayals when you had to go
Yeah.
in and do the pulse generator. Have one of us
And
come. I mean, we
even
glitched it, and all those
still,
flood were spawning like right there and not
yeah,
doing anything.
even still, that took us a solid 10 minutes, 15 minutes to
Yeah.
pull off. It was such a pain. Um, but yeah, other than that, I don't know. I feel like it was fine, especially after having started Halo 2. It's like nothing's
Yeah.
gonna get worse than Halo 2, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we were still
Um,
able to get through the whole game in what, 6 hours? Just not
I
bad,
think
and that's with us kinda
six and
fucking
a
around a
half.
little bit too, yeah.
Yeah, we were trying to like at one point we were doing something I can't remember. I can't remember what it was.
It was on 2 betrayals. We were in Banshees, I remember that. We were trying to take
Yeah.
out some of the guys and
We were working on the challenges. I think that's what it was.
yeah, the challenges, that's what it was. You're
Yeah.
right.
But yeah, I mean, I guess like story was good, right? We agree it's a good story.
Simplistic story, and sometimes simple is best.
I mean, I feel like with any game that is like the first installment of a series, it's gonna be a simple story, right? Because
Yeah,
like they
it
don't
honestly, it
wanna.
almost needs to be a simple story, so if it
You
ends up
gotta
flopping,
set.
you're not out much, but if it's a good table to go with, a good
Hmm.
foundation, they can expand upon that in sequels. And Halo 2, they added so much more detail to just
Yeah,
the overall lore, the universe, all of it.
yeah, exactly. So what would you give Halo 1 looking back on it 20 years later?
10 out of 10, masterpiece. There's bugs and there's going to be bugs. A game from 2001, there's going to be some iffiness, but it adds a little bit of charm to it. It was so well made, considering the constraints that they had going from it was originally supposed to be a Mac exclusive. They debuted it at Macworld in
Yeah,
'99, I think,
I can't remember
something
what
like
year.
that. And then Microsoft was like, "Nah, here's a nice check. You're coming
Yeah.
with us now. We're gonna release you on our new console." But no, looking back on it, even with all like nostalgic glasses, I still love going back to Halo 1 almost as much as I love Halo 2 is still my top. Even with how difficult that game is. But no, 10 out of 10 on every aspect. The graphics at the time, revolutionary. The physics at the time were revolutionary. The music is hailed as some of the best soundtracks of any video game ever made. There's a lot of good soundtracks out of there, but Halo and Marty O'Donnell they're definitely up there, top 5 easily. Multiplayer is still to this day, everybody's trying to capture that lightning in a bottle again from
I was never a big fan of the Halo 1 multiplayer. I don't know what it is, but
It's
I for me, I think it's
the LAN
because
parties, being able to have 16 up to
well, yeah,
16 of your
that.
friends in one room, all
Yeah,
just fragging each other.
I get that, but for me, it was like when I started gaming online and like
Mhm.
really, really gaming in general was when I was playing Halo 2 online. So I feel
Yes,
like I was
same.
just kind of spoiled with that. So going back to
Mhm.
Halo 1 after playing like hundreds and hundreds of hours of Halo 2 was like, why am I playing this? Halo 2 is so much better to
Right.
me in my eyes. But I think I would give Halo Combat Evolved a solid 9.
Mhm.
Just because I don't know. I love the story. like we said, it's simplistic, but it really sets like you said, a nice foundation for the
Mhm.
franchise as a whole. And if if this did flop, it would have been an all right game just on its own without
Yeah.
anything else. So I think like given context of like having played Reach, having played some of Halo 2 now,
Mhm.
obviously I've played it in the past, but like like what they've done with the franchise since then, I think has just brought that game it has brought Halo Combat Evolved up so much more, just
Yeah.
knowing where it goes and what happens before it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think it's a solid 9 of a game.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, this has been our review of Halo Combat Evolved. A few weeks late, but better late than never.
Right.
As always, stay tuned right here to Pixel Street videos for more Let's Plays, unboxings, and podcasts. Check out Will's Twitch, twitch.tv/thepianoman23, where you can watch his perspective of all of our Let's Plays of this whole playthrough. As always, we will be right back here with another review for Halo 2 in the future and Halo 3 ODST. I guess Halo 3 ODST will be the next review. So yeah, stay tuned
Unless you
right
wanna
here
do
for
both
that.
at the same time because they happen at the same
Well,
time.
yeah, but like I'd rather get through ODST and then review it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
And
fair.
then finish
Yeah.
Halo 2. But yeah, we'll be right back here with that in the near future.
Take it easy.